welcome to episode 39 of the IHN show. Getting really close to episode 40 as we were just talking about. As always, here with Purple Man over there, Andrew.
Ready to go.
Okay, that's all that counts. We are going to, unless you have stories?
Not a thing.
Not a thing. All right, neither do I. Other than we got Christmas trees. As you can see, the fake one's up. So,
And then
that was up last week, actually.
Yeah. Is Lashoff still in the shot?
Should be. Yeah.
All right.
So, okay. With that, we are going to go into what track am I? Okay. I am a 20-turn, 3.4 mile asphalt circuit, a road course. Next time, if you're going to do that, just tell me to mute the mic.
Oops. Well, as you can tell by now, I'm sicker than a dog.
Oh, he's not sicker than a dog. He's got a cold.
Something like that. Whatever.
All right. I'll restart. So, 20-turn, 3.4 mile asphalt road course.
Oh, I don't know. I give up.
That sucks.
All right.
Construction began in January 2011.
Wow.
And it was completed about a year later. It is the only circuit in the United States with a FIA certified Grade 1 track, meaning it meets the requirements for Formula 1. Certain Formula 1 grades, I don't know.
Okay. I have my first guess.
Okay. Oh,
Get the buzzers ready.
I got the buzzer ready.
And is it the Charlotte Roval? Dang.
Formula 1 does not go to the Charlotte Roval. In fact, NASCAR does not go to this track. The project cost approximately $400 million in private investment and created approximately 1,700 construction jobs. 16 certain state-based companies were contracted to work on the project. Participation from minority and women-owned businesses, totaling an estimated $50 million.
I have no clue.
It is going to host Indycar next year, 2019 season.
Oh, jeez. Crap, I forgot.
The capacity of this road course is 120,000.
Holy cow.
And it was opened on October 21st, 2010.
2010?
Or 2012, sorry.
I had to say.
I was reading when it was broke ground.
Oh.
And then for some reason, yeah. There's an elevation change of 133 feet. It is in the state of Texas.
Hot dang.
It's got a very, very famous, I'll give you an extra 20 seconds, first turn. A very sharp turn 1 hairpin.
Oh, is it Road America?
It's 4.1 miles long.
Crap.
The correct answer is, because you're out of time, it is Circuit of the Americas.
Dang it.
So, swing and a miss on that one. That's right, you don't need to have your buzzers anyways.
Great.
Okay, so with that, we're going to go on to fun fact. You go first. Because we were skipping IndyCar.
My fun fact for hockey. Who holds the record for the fastest slap shot in an NHL game is Zdeno Chara for 105.9 miles an hour. But there was one guy who was recorded fastest, or a faster slap shot than him. It was some guy in the KHL, Alexander Ryazantsev. Reached one did one faster. Chara's was 105.9 miles an hour, and his was 114 miles an hour. Recorded fastest slap shot in the game. Oh my!
Wow, that's
saying something.
Yeah, that's a couple miles an hour.
Mm-hmm.
I do that in my car.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, right. So, okay, so my fun fact is according to NASCAR, and this was a while ago, so this might be up, about 6,000 gallons plus of U.S. gallons of fuel are consumed during a typical Cup Series weekend.
Oh my.
For the 2006 season, which included 36 points races, the total for the season would have been around 216,000 U.S. gallons of gasoline.
Hot dang.
One environmental critic recently estimated NASCAR's total fuel consumption for that year across all three of its major series, across all series at 2 million U.S. gallons for one season.
Jeepers.
At race speeds, Cup Series cars get anywhere from 2 to 5 miles to the gallon.
Hot dang.
So going around probably Daytona, I think they can do 40 laps, so they probably get about 1.5. They probably get about 4 miles to the gallon there, if they're in the draft. If they're not in the draft, they can't go 40 laps. That's why when you're the lead car, if you have a bunch of cars go in a row, and they stay in a row, and they go constant speed until they run out of gas, the lead car will be most likely the first car to run out of gas, because he's the one punching the hole in the air.
Yeah.
So under caution, they estimate between 14 to 18 miles to the gallon. Still, I mean, it's not horrible.
Yeah.
So that's why they say generally you do 2 laps of caution for 1 lap of green flag. So that's why cautions are you do 2 laps of caution for 1 extra lap of green flag racing. So yeah, so that's that. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And obviously fuel mileage that's why the 2 to 5 is because fuel mileage can differ. If you're at Daytona where you're going balls out the whole time, you're probably going to get your best fuel mileage.
Yep.
Where compared if you're at like a road course, you're shifting from first to fourth. I mean, when you're in first gear, you're burning the most gas.
Yeah. When
you're in fourth gear, obviously you're being the most efficient you can. So if you're doing that, you're all over the place. In places where you're accelerating, you're probably in the mid-range for that. So, just a few gallons of gas. I do that about every 2 weeks. Go through that much. Oh, no, you stupid thing. Close one too many tabs.
Oops.
Stupid idiot. Oh, boy. That's all right. So, with us now, not dicking around anymore. We'll probably still dick around. We're going to go into hockey. Alright, we're going to start off with with scores before we do other bull crap. So we must go back to Wednesday, November 28th. So
go ahead.
The Detroit Red Wings played against the St. Louis Blues and won 4-3 in regulation. They were up 3 goals and then they crapped the bed, let 3 in, but they finally got one. Then they got one. The Anaheim Ducks beat the Florida Panthers 3-2. The Maple Leafs beat the Sharks 5-3. The Stars beat the Flames 4-3 in overtime.
Put out the fire.
The Avalanche beat the other team, Pennsylvania, 6-3. Again, that's alright. You don't need your dingers anyways. Alright, you're up for Thursday.
The Boston Beaches beat the Islanders 2-1 in a shootout. Jackets beat the Wild 4-2. Senators shut out the Rangers 3-0. The Tampa Bay Lightning beat the Buffalo Senators 5-4 in a dang good game. That was a good. I know that was. Oh my gosh, keeping it close too. I think I saw the highlights of that. It was great. The Coyotes shut out the Preds 3-0. That's a shocker. You're not gonna hear that every day.
Yeah, I know. I saw that and I was like, what the hell?
Yeah. Jets beat the Blackhawks 6-5. Oilers beat the Kings 3-2, and the Golden Knights beat the Canucks 4-3. Holy crap! The Knights are making a serious comeback. What is that? 8 in a row they've won now.
I don't know. They probably said in the NHL network somewhere. Let me check.
Like hot dang.
Actually, no. It'll tell me on the standings.
Look out, mofo.
If I go to the entire league. By which, oh no, Boston. Wait, who did the Buffalo Senators play?
The Tampa Bay Lightning.
Oh, they ended their 10-game winning or multi-game winning streak.
That's right. Yeah.
That sucks. All right, so you're looking for the Golden. They are on a 1-game losing streak.
Oh, jeez.
Because they lost to Edmonton December 1st.
Oh, great.
But prior to that, I'll go to their schedule. Keep going.
On Saturday, Senators beat the Sharks 6-2 in Carlson's return to Ottawa. Stars beat the Canucks 2-1. Maple Leafs beat the Wild 5-3. Red Wings beat the Beaches in TD Garden 4-2. At the Bell Center, Canadians beat the Rangers 5-2. Lightning beat the Panthers in the Battle of Florida in overtime 5-4. Jets beat the Devils 4-3 in overtime. Islanders beat the Jackets 3-2. The Philadelphia Flyers got 4 and beat the other team in Pennsylvania at Dumpster Fire Arena to win the Battle of Pennsylvania 4-2. The Dogs paddled the Blues 6-1. And actually, they played them like a piano, but I ain't got my buzzers. Preds beat the Hawks 5-2, and the Oilers beat the Golden Knights right there too.
Yeah.
Sucks.
The Golden Knights had a 5-game winning streak.
Hot dang.
Only 5. Yeah, that's alright.
Pretty good.
Yeah, that's alright.
Sucks.
Alright, for Sunday, the Capitals lost to the Ducks 6-5. The Jets beat the Rangers in a shootout 4-3. Flames beat the Blackhawks 3-2. Sharks beat the Canadiens 3-1. The Avalanche shut out the Red Wings 2-0, and the Kings shut out the Hurricanes 2-0. So we'll hop to Wednesday's schedules. Oilers and Blues at 8 p.m. on NBCSN. Blackhawks Ducks at 10:30 p.m. also on NBCSN. Hurricanes and Sharks at 10:30 on NBCS California. Damn.
You could read Thursday. That was only 3 games.
Okay. The Red Wings play the Maple Leafs at 7 p.m. on SNO and Fox Sports Detroit. Avalanche Panthers 7 p.m. on Fox Sports Florida and Altitude. Blue Jackets Flyers 7 p.m. Islanders at Dumpster Fire 7 p.m. Canadians at the Ottawa Sabres 7:30 p.m. The Boston Beaches play the Tampa Bay Lightning at Amalie Arena at 7:30 p.m. The Wild play the Flames at 9 p.m. The Capitals play the Yotes at 9 p.m. Free game, which means that's a free dinger.
Buzzers still don't work.
That's alright. Got mine. Predators and Canucks at 10 p.m. Blackhawks at the Golden Knights at 10 p.m. Hopefully the Blackhawks don't get whooped this time.
Exactly.
And the I hope they get whooped this time. And the Devils are at the Kings at 10:30 p.m. And Friday. That's it. Then Friday.
Sharks play the Stars at American Airlines Center at 8 p.m. Eastern. Blue Notes play the Jets at 8 p.m. Eastern in Winnipeg. Wild play the Oilers at Rogers Place at 9 p.m. Eastern, and the Hurricanes play the Ducks in Honda Center at 10 p.m. Eastern. And good lord.
That's it.
Yeah, I know. I was going to say the Vancouver Canucks have been just tanking recently. 11, 15, and 3. Oh, my.
Well, if I go back to the good old... Oh, crap. I'm clicking the right things. Come on. Come on. Come on. Stupid thing. Oh, for Christ's sake.
And if it's not working, you beat it with a baseball bat.
About to do that.
Right now. Or a hockey stick and make it deal.
I don't know why they don't have...
Show.
Okay. So Canucks are currently 26th in the league with a...
Oh my gosh.
2-game losing streak. Hope you get a free dinger for this because Detroit is currently 22nd. Free dinger.
I like.
Okay. And then Smashville's dropped to 3rd. Tampa Bay is now 1st, and Toronto is 2nd. And Toronto's on a 4-game win streak, and so is the Anaheim Ducks. 3-game win streaks are Edmonton, the Yotes, and the Ottawa Sabres. And then Chicago's on a 4-game losing streak.
Which is pretty good.
Losing skid. Yeah, I like the sound of that. So. Okay. With that, we'll touch up on some fantasy. This SOB over here beat me last week, 371.1 to 335.7, but I have a beef with Yahoo because they only gave Patty Kane 4.4 points, which I thought is really ridiculous. So I have made some very good moves. I have acquired Mr. Yeah, I'll say it now. I have acquired Mr. Willie Nylander in exchange for... Who did I trade out? I think it was... Was it Patrick Kane? I think it was Patrick Kane.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they're both right wingers. Yep, I remember now. So I exchanged Willie Nee for Patty Kane. I exchanged Carey Price for Simon Varlamov. Oh, that's a good trade-off right there, boys. And then I also exchanged Steven Stamkos for Braden Point. Now you'd say, well, Steven Stamkos is a better player. Yeah, but Braden Point has more points, and that's all it's about, damn it. So
that's all that matters.
Damn right. This week I go up against his bot.
I go up against your bot.
I'm 3-5. He goes against my bot, who's 4-4, and you're 7-1. That's a real problem. Well, I mean,
I also beat your bot last.
Yeah, you're ridiculous. All right, your team's rigged.
Well, when I've been a fan for freaking 12 years now,
you have Scheifele, McKinnon, Kucherov, Brent Burns, John Carlson, and freaking Landeskog. I think your goalies are pretty much about where mine are.
And Phil the Thrill Kessel.
Well, he lost you points last week.
He gave me negative points, whereas
that's all right. You gotta have somebody giving you negative every once in a while. Mm-hmm. Well, my highest producer was Renton at 47.4. His highest was Mark Sheffley at 70.3.
All right.
And then he's gonna have freaking Austin Matthews. Great. Jesus. All right. So I'm gonna go to current matchups. Actually, I gotta go to my team and start active playoffs for the rest of the week. Thank you very little. Okay, on to the news. And I've closed that tab because I'm a freaking idiot. Shocker there. If you want to go off the 3 stars of the week there, Skip or Sickly. Yeah. Sickly. Yeah. I'm so funny. Go.
What we talking about? No, just kidding. The news, and then lead off with the stars of the week.
Yeah, stars of the week.
And speaking of Mark Scheifele for the 3 stars of the week, he gets first place for the star of the week. In second, Aiden Hill, rookie goaltender for the Desert Dogs, getting it done at second, and Jonathan Huberdeau gets 3rd star.
We got a trade. Daniel Sprong was traded to the Mighty Ducks of Anaheim by the Dumpster Fire Penguins for Marcus Pettersson on Monday. Yeah, I don't know. I've never heard of them, so they can't be that good. Yeah, we only average 8.5 minutes of ice time per game. Yikes. Levo traded to the Canucks by the Maple Laughs, so the roster spot was open for Willie Nee. For Michael Carcone on Monday, that was probably, I don't know, probably some what's his nuts, AHL guy. Oh, you gotta do your AHL scores, ECHL scores.
Oh yeah, that's right. We're gonna start with the Toledo Walleye. Let's see here. Oh, I can't go. I don't. Wait a minute. I can't go back to November. I can't go back to last month's on this website. Oh, that's okay. Don't matter. They only had one game on Saturday. They were in Indianapolis. Wait a minute. Hold the phone. No, they were at home. That's what I thought. They were in Huntington Bank Arena, or Huntington Center, whatever you want to call it. I don't know what. One of them. They played the Indy Fuel, the second greatest rival. They scored 3 goals in the first period and ended up winning the game 4-2. Their record is now 14-2-2. Tearing it up.
No kidding.
So it's Little Walleye doing what they do. They won another game. Let's take a look at the standings here. And what have we got? Looking for anything big? Not a dang thing moved. The Florida Everblades moved up to 8th. The Kansas City Mavericks moved down to 9th. Jacksonville Icemen moved up to 6th. And the top 5 did not move at all this week. Wow.
Okay.
Yeah. Good Lord. Top 5 did not move, but the top 5 did not move, but there is a 3-way tie for second between the Tulsa Oilers, the Toledo Walleye, and the Utah Grizzlies. And the Newfoundland Growlers are still in first. They've played 5 more games than Toledo has. Good Lord. Let's see here.
Alright, I've got a good feel-good story.
Alright, let me do my AHL scores here.
Alright.
And in 20th place in the ECHL standings is your favorite team named the Greenville Swamp Rabbits.
Oh, jeez, that's the dumbest name ever. Yeah, where do you come up with that? Just walking through the woods one morning.
Hey, look,
that's a rabbit.
A swamp rabbit.
Nah, Billy, that's a swamp rabbit. The hell's a swamp rabbit?
I
Whatever
know,
you just saw, that's a swamp rabbit.
We're in Greenville, so...
Yeah, jeez. I think you're hitting a little bit too much on that green stuff.
Yeah. Nice. Alright. Your very own Grand Rapids Griffin. Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday they had a game. Wednesday versus the Chicago Wolves. Friday versus San Antonio, and Saturday versus Texas. They were all at home. On Wednesday, they beat the Chicago Wolves 5-2. Beat the San Antonio Rampage... Wednesday, they beat the Chicago Wolves 5-2. Won that. Friday, at home, beat the San Antonio Rampage 4-3. And on Saturday, they played the Texas Stars and paddled them, the defending Western Conference champions, 6-3. The Griffins have now won 5 in a row and have points in their last 7 games.
It's pretty good.
It is pretty good.
Right.
I believe they are 3rd in the Central Division. Milwaukee's in 1st. Iowa's in 2nd. Who's in 4th? Don't know, don't care. Oh yeah, you want to be with the bike?
Just a second.
All right.
All right.
All right.
You were incorrect. Iowa is first.
Did you unmute the mic?
Yeah.
Okay.
Iowa is first because they've played only 22 games. And the Milwaukee Admirals have played 24, so they're second.
22.
Yeah. And then the Grand Rapids Griffins have also played 22.
That's right. 13-7.
3 dinger.
Nice.
All right. Here's my good feel-good story. So, on December
22.
December 2nd.
Dang it. That's just one less two.
Well, we're only on December 3rd, so... On December 2nd, the Hershey Bears did a teddy bear toss.
Oh, I heard about this.
And they set a new world record for a teddy bear toss.
The most teddy bear or stuffed animals thrown onto the ice after the home team scored the first goal of the game during the event.
Yep.
And the number was...
Well, the original record, the previous record was 28,815 set by the Calgary Hitmen's previous record. I have no idea who that is.
Calgary Hitmen, yep.
In 2015.
WHL.
Okay. Last year, the Hershey Bears did 25,017. This year, they put out an astounding 34,798 teddy bears.
That's
or stuffed animals. Oh boy, that's a freaking lot of them. That's a few.
Just a little bit.
Yeah, and then they did a community aid thing, which sponsored the toss, pledged a 50-cent donation for each bear collected at the event, which would be 32 or $17,399, I think.
Hot dang.
I think that's right. Ooh, I think that's right. 34,798 divided by 2. 17,399. Hey, it's pretty good. Free dinger.
All right.
Geez, he's sick and he's even already doing better.
That's good.
Sure, if you really believe that, big guy. I'm opening up tabs and I don't want to open up tabs. God, I'm an idiot. All right. What was that?
I don't know.
I'm holding off on the big news because I want to... Yeah, we got something big. Oh, that sucks. Ilya Kovalchuk out 4 weeks for the Kings after ankle bursectomy procedure. I have no idea what that means. I'm not a doctor. Hadfield's number 11 is retired by the Rangers. Is that today? The NHL Board of Governors is scheduled to vote on the Seattle expansion application Tuesday, tomorrow, the second of its 2 days of meeting in Sea Island, Georgia. The 24 of the 31 NHL teams need to vote yes on Seattle to become the 32nd team. If so, the NHL is expected to make an announcement immediately following the vote.
Hey.
I don't know why anyone would say no.
Exactly. If you say no, you're stupid.
I don't know what the vote was for Vegas. I mean, the only one I would see that would say no would be the Canucks, because Seattle's kind of like the outer reaches of their drawing.
Yup.
So kind of like how us, obviously it's Detroit, but you could also argue it's Chicago. Chicago's not that far away either. Mm-hmm. It's about 3 hours in a car, and Detroit's about 2.5 hours in a car, so... So hopefully that I don't know what teams would say no. Philip Forsberg out 4 to 6 weeks with an upper body injury. Grabner out that sucks. Grabner out indefinitely for Coyotes with an eye injury. The forward was clipped by a stick during victory against the Blues. It's unfortunate. What am I saying? Varlamov shuts out the Red Wings to help Avalanche extend point streak to 11. Nice. Monahan scores his 15th goals. Flames hand Blackhawks 4 straight loss. 15 goals for Sean Monahan. So, okay. Did you watch the Wings game against...
Colorado.
Not Colorado. Boston.
No, but I know what you're going to talk about.
I just saw this because I was scrolling through the news and the NHL's doing a coaches... Every time there's a coaches challenge thing, they post it now, but... Okay, have you seen the video of the coaches challenge? Or the... Of the, What's... Oh, God. Have you seen the video that was originally called a goal and then it was called back? Do you know what video I'm talking about?
Nope.
Then how do you know what I'm talking about?
Oh, I thought we were going to talk about the fight.
Oh, the goalie fight? I wish there would have been a goalie fight. No, I don't care about
The
that.
ref should have let him go.
Oh, they should have. But the NHL would... That would be a black guy in the NHL.
That'd be a what now?
It'd be a black guy for the NHL, apparently. The NHL doesn't want fighting. But they have to leave it in because it's the only sport that still allows fighting. Fighting.
Yeah. That's stupid.
I mean, if you look at it, fights now, I think they just said, I think fights are now 1 in every 6 NHL games there's a fight.
Wow.
And it used to be like, not too long ago, it was 1.3 fights a game. So every game there was at least 1 1 fight. And then if there was 3 games, there was 1 game that had 2 fights in it.
Yeah.
So, now I think, it's like down to like one fight every 6 games. I mean, it's really, really low. So, no, but I'm talking about when Detroit scored a goal. And let's see if I can find it. So what happened? I'll explain. So what happened is Detroit, I think it was, somebody shot it from the point. Can't remember off the top of my head it was. I think it might have been Mike Green. He shot it from the point. Thomas Vanek was going towards the net, and he was kind of, I think his skate kind of danced along the edge of the crease, along the red line of the crease. Rask was out at the top of the crease, and Vanek just barely bumped Rask because Vanek was being shoved by another guy, a Boston player. So he kind of hit Rask. I mean, he hit him. But then Rask continued to go and sell it, but by grabbing his arm and diving backwards into the net as if he was just ran over by a car. And so, the original initial shot actually hit Rask. He stopped it, and then I can't remember who got the rebound. And the ref called it a goal. They went to Toronto, and they overturned it for goalie interference.
Oh, jeez.
I didn't agree with the call because in my defense, I was like, he barely touched him.
Yeah.
And then Rask could have made the secondary save if he went and sold the call.
Mm-hmm.
The problem is when you have replay like this, I mean, you can't get away. You're always going to have controversial calls every time you have replay, unless it's like cut and dry, this and that. But, I mean, when you do offsides, there's a little bit of gray area, because, I mean, when the linesmen have to go down to frame by frame of the camera to see if his skate was up before the puck crossed the blue line, just call it onside, all right? Just call it onside. I said that they should just do, your skate can be above the blue line. Like football, you just have to break the plane of the blue line with one of your skates and you're onside. It would totally reduce the amount of BS we're waiting for them just to go frame by frame to find out. Because now players can kind of jump it like they do sometimes. They jump it a little early, but they'll be fine because their skate's over the blue line still.
Mm-hmm.
And it's the same with goalie interference. There's no way you can say, okay, if he in this situation, well, I mean, say in this situation, there's no way you can write out what goalie interference looks like, because you might see it what the paper says. What you actually get in reality, you might see 1 in 100 times.
Mm-hmm.
So it's all a judgment call. What you need, in my opinion, what you need to do is you need to have the same guy in Toronto, the Toronto replay booth, situation room, making the goalie interference decisions, and then obviously the blue line thing, you can have different guys because offsides is offsides. But you need the same guy doing goalie interference because then it's the same across every single one. There's no up for interpretation. If you have the same guy doing it, you know you're going to get the same result every time.
Mm-hmm.
If one's similar to another, you're not going to have one guy say it's goalie interference, one guy not. You need to have the same guy if you want to keep it as consistent as possible.
Yep.
Of course, I'm just some old teenager down in the basement making a video that the NHL will never see, so they'll never take that idea. But if you want to keep it consistent, that's the way you do it. You have the same guy do it. So then it's his interpretation 100% of the time, not his interpretation 15 or 20% of the time. So that's my 2 cents. Okay, so we are going to now say the big news. You can read that one if you want, if you have the article in front of your face.
I don't.
Oh, that sucks. I guess I'll read it then. Mr. William Nylander, if you picked it up earlier in my fantasy, has agreed to a 6-year term contract with the Toronto Maple Leafs on Saturday with an average value of a free dinger $6.9 million a year.
For 6 years.
For 6 years. For $40-ish million.
Total.
Just
a little bit
He
of
was a
money.
restricted free agent who would not have been eligible to play in the NHL this season if he did not sign before 5 p.m. Eastern Time, December 1st, which was the deadline. I don't know. They won't say what time. He probably signed November 30th, but it wasn't reported till December 1st. That's usually how it goes.
Yeah.
So, because I actually got the thing saying he got signed halfway through the Red Wings game, which would have been like 8 o'clock-ish. So I was like, okay, I know he got signed. Oh, no, it was about 8 o'clock when I got sent that. So. And then obviously at the end of this season, Marner and Matthews can each become restricted free agents, but I think, if I'm not mistaken, Matthews has a contract for next year, doesn't he?
He should.
I think he signed one. If not, because I know halfway through last year, McDavid signed a contract for this season and the next 120 years, for the next 10 years at $12 million a year. I think obviously he hasn't because they say he's become a restricted free agent. I know we'll have to see. So, okay, I don't think I got any much more news. Oh yeah, the Red Wings topped the Bruins when they won to end a 9-game losing streak at TD Garden. But if you really go, it was an 11-game losing streak at TD Garden because if you include the 2 games in the playoffs. So that's well, I mean, and you could argue, well, Boston was hurt. Don't care, they still did it. They could start 2-point, damn it. McAvoy has no timeline to return for the Bruins from injury. That's okay. Mr. Erik Karlsson got a standing ovation from the Senators, fans of the Senators, in return to Ottawa, to which I believe the Senators actually won that game. I believe they did. Yeah, the Buffalo Senators won that game.
3 stars of the month.
You already said that? Oh, of the month, yeah. I know, I think Fleury is one of them.
Marc-Andre McFleury, 3rd star of the month on my fantasy team. 2nd star of the month, Nate McKinnon on my fantasy team. 1st star, Patrick Laine, not on my fantasy team.
I think I'm
Sucks.
your bot's fantasy team.
Your bot has Laine, I think.
Does? Well then. We're going to go back to December 1st in 1924. The NHL makes its debut in the United States when the Boston Beaches play their first game, a 2-1 victory against the Montreal Maroons.
Nice.
At Boston Arena. Holy crap, that sucks. The Flames held the Kings to 14 shots to give Smith the win.
I burnt him down.
And a 4-1 win. So that means, yeah, that's 14 shots. My God.
other news for the Buffalo Senators, Rookie of the Month is for Rasmus Nicholas Lidstrom Dahlin.
On my fantasy team.
An absolute steal.
I think very low. Yeah. Well, it's because he had very low fantasy points because he has nothing from last year. Frickin' Line here scores 18 goals a month for the Jets. Go screw yourself. He actually got his 100th goal in the NHL. Yeah, okay. So how does this work? So you have the Buffalo Senators, who were dead nuts last in the league last year, if I'm not correct. If I'm correct.
Yup.
Dead nuts last, and now they're second in the league.
Explain this one.
Yeah, no, they might even be... No, they're second, because Tampa's first. They're second in the league. Did I miss something? Did they pick up Rasmus Dahlin and, like, 3 other guys or something? Because this is... I mean, they got Jeff Skinner. They got rid of O'Reilly. They lost O'Reilly.
Who else?
They got Rasmus Dahlin.
Hold on.
I think they got 3 guys in the offseason, but 2 guys besides Rasmus Dahlin.
Crap. Hold on, I can look that up.
Yeah, look that up.
Oops. I accidentally typed Buffalo Senators and bought a set of Buffalo Sabres because I say that much, so now it's just... Let's see. Who do they pick up? Goaltender Carter Hutton was one.
Oh, yeah, Carter Hutton.
Carter Hutton. Patrick Berglund from the St. Louis Blue Notes.
Oh, yeah.
Vladimir Sabatka from the St. Louis Blue Notes.
Oh, Sabatka?
Yeah.
They got Sabatka, too?
Yeah.
Really?
That's pretty much it. They got Linus Ullmark as their backup goaltender, and then Matt Tennyson as a free agent.
Right.
And then Remy Ellie from the Dallas Stars. Other than that, that's it.
The Boston Beach is retired. I think his name was Rick Middleton's number. Yep, Rick Middleton's number 16 against the New York Islanders on Thursday, making the 11th number retired by the storied original 6 franchise. I believe Detroit only has 7 retired numbers, soon to be 8. If I'm not correct. So, yeah, because you have Gordie Howe, Sid Abel, DeVecchio. Because you have the 3 lines. You got Lindsay, Sawchuk, Stevie Y, Lidstrom. Yeah, I think that's it.
Who's after Lidstrom? There is none after Lidstrom.
And then there will be one after Lidstrom because it'll be Red Kelly.
Really?
Yeah, number 8.
Nice.
No, number 4. Sorry, not number 8. Number 4. He'll be retired against the Toronto Maple Leafs, who was the other team he played for.
Oh, nice. Now they need to retire Zetterberg's and Datsuk's number.
Well, they can't retire Zetterberg because he's still under contract.
No.
Technically. So.
I just got a notification on my phone from the NHL. The St. Louis Blues placed Alex Pietrangelo on IR with upper body injury.
Figures.
You gotta be shipping. You gotta be shipping me.
Maybe I did get that. Oh yeah, I did get that. Oh yeah, 5 minutes ago. Must have not felt to go off.
No, my phone's on vibrate, so. Here. I'll put my phone.
Darling was placed on waivers by the Hurricanes.
I'll put my phone down sound mode so you can hear my awesome notification sound if I get a text or something.
The goalie is in a second season of a 4-year, $16.6 million contract. And then he's placed on waivers. He's gonna be the highest played in a AHL player.
Wow.
If nobody picks him up, which nobody picked him up because you're on waivers for 24 hours. So I mean, he's getting paid $4.15 or $1.75 million per year, and now you're going down to the AHL. Overpaid. He's not. I mean, in NHL standards, he's not that. I mean, he's a decent goaltender. He's a backup. For sure. He's not a starter. I mean, he hasn't shown me anything to be a starter. I don't know. We'll have to. No, we have to see what happens. So, Yeah, the great Boston Beaches have Chara, McAvoy, Miller, and now Patrice Bergeron out. Yes!
That'll teach them.
That's right. I think I got everything. Yeah. Okay, now we're just running. Okay. So, so we still got a little bit of time left. I'm going to do a new game for you.
Oh, no.
Okay, so you know how we have What Track Am I?
Now we're going to do what hockey player am I?
No, not player. That'd be too difficult. That's pretty much who had that number. No,
Oh.
now we're going to do What Arena Am I?
Oh, jeez.
Oh, great.
This is good. Oh, this is gonna suck. Hey.
Yeah, it is. All right. It's going to be NHL and a few AHL.
Oh, jeez.
But mostly NHL.
I'm screwed.
Well, I'm going to do AHL rinks you would know.
All right.
Some AHL teams share NHL teams.
Yeah, you want to mute the mic? It's too dark.
And so I was saying, did you get all that? Good. All right.
Now.
When you're over there and I saw the geese going by, so I was like, "That's stupid freaking Canadian geese. Kill them all."
So what do you think of border control? Dang Canadians. Oh my gosh, this sheep's funny. Alright.
Okay, if you're not gonna blow your nose in. All right. So I gotta come up to the arena. With that, we're gonna do, as I think of one, we're gonna do on this day, December 3rd, in NHL history. In 1987, the Boston Beaches retire Hall of Famer.
Phil Esposito.
Nice number
7.
with an assist from Ray Bork.
Nice.
He wore the number 7 since entering the NHL in 1978, and there doesn't seem to be anything unusual when the Boston's captain skates to center ice to present Esposito with the number he wears while piling up record-setting offensive numbers with the Beaches. Instead, Bork makes it a night no one in Boston Garden will forget when he pulls the number 7 jersey to reveal his new number 77. So they retired the number 7, and he chose to be the number 77.
Nice.
Nice. 1929, the Bruins begin 2 NHL record-winning streaks when they defeat the Montreal Canadiens 3-1 at Boston Garden. It is the first of 14 consecutive victories for the Beaches, in their first of 22 consecutive home wins, which is now beaten by Detroit. The record for consecutive victories lasted until the New York Islanders won 15 in a row in 1981-82. The 22-game home winning streak remains a record until, the Detroit Red Wings win 23 straight during the 2011-2012. They should have won 24. I'm still pissed. They put in Howard one game too early. Anyways, they did. He was injured. That's why we had, I think his name was Joey McDonald.
In what year?
2011-2012. I think it was Joey McDonald.
Oh, jeez. I think you're right. It wasn't Osgood.
No, it wasn't. He was retired.
Yeah.
Let's see what this. I swear it was Joey McDonald.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was too.
Yep, Joey McDonald. Free dinger.
What am I up to?
Oh, you're still at 5. That was a free dinger for me.
Oh, oops.
But you get a free dinger, so 6.
6. The record is 17. We're not going to make it.
No, unless
No.
you get unless you can somehow knock NASCAR out of the park. They should have had Joey McDonald for one last game, because then I think they lost to the Vancouver Canucks. 1949, George Armstrong of the Toronto Maple Leafs plays in his first NHL game. He stays with the Maple Leafs through the 70-71 season, setting a team record by playing 1,187 games. He is the only player to skate for the Maple Leafs in the 40s, 50s, 60s, and 70s. Old fart. He finishes his career with 713 points, 296 goals, and 417 assists, and he is the captain of Toronto's 4 Stanley Cup winning teams in the 60s. And 1970, Frank Malovich, of the Detroit Red Wings, becomes the 6th player in NHL history to score 400 career goals. The milestone comes when he gets a power play goal earned in the second period of Detroit's 4-4 tie with the visiting LA Kings. 1984, the Islanders earned their 500th regular season victory in franchise history when they defeat the Canucks 5-4. The number 500 comes in the Islanders' 980th game, the second fastest in NHL history at the time, behind the Bruins by only 4 games, 976.
Fraz him.
In 2002, Pavel Bure gets his only hat trick as a member of the Rangers when he scores 3 goals in a 5-3 victory against the Blue Jackets at MSG. Exactly 4 years later, another future Hall of Famer, Brendan Shanahan, gets his only hat trick with the Rangers in a 7-4 loss to the Islanders, also at the Garden. And in 2015, Patrick Kane ties Bobby Hull's franchise record 21-game point streak with a goal and 2 assists in the Chicago Blackhawks' 43 overtime loss to the Ottawa Sabres.
Hey.
He ties Hull's mark with a power play goal in the second period. Giggity. So, okay, I think I got arena in mind. We are going to go with the SAP Center,
Okay. Now, what team is that? I forgot.
The Anaheim Ducks. Oh, good guess.
No.
All right, the New York Rangers. Get the hell out.
You lose all your dingers for that.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, you ding nuts. How did you mess that up? Natural talent.
He's a natural.
Yeah, he's a natural at something, all right. Oh my
Okay.
gosh.
Okay, I got a good one here.
All right. Now, just tell me the team name because I don't know the seating capacity.
All right. I am.
Or maybe not what year built.
Oh.
Just give me the team name.
No, I'm not going to give it to the team name. That'd be too freaking easy.
That's too hard.
No, it's not. Shut up.
Shut up.
Let me do my thing, all right? God. Do you want me to mute it?
No, I'm good.
All right. I am for hockey, ice hockey, 18,006 capacity arena.
18,006.
And I am the only, you just got an extra 10 seconds there, the only arena not to have a corporate sponsor.
Oh my. The only one?
The only one in the NHL to not have a corporate sponsor. Detroit was the second to last one. Then you had Little Caesars Arena. I still say it should be named Gordie Howe Arena, but maybe I don't know anything. Construction, they broke ground on October 29th, 1964 at a cost of $123 million, $853 million in today's money. There was a renovation in 1991 for $200 million, $350 million in today's money, for a total cost of $1.06 billion in 2013. Before, once again, it was remodeled. It was renovated.
I have no clue.
It is shared with a basketball team as well. So I believe there's only, now you just ranged it down from 31 arenas to 17. It is technically the oldest arena in the NHL, but it also is technically not due to its renovation, or due to its renovation in 2011-2013. To which this team went on a tremendously long road trip in the 2013-2014 season. A tremendously long road trip at the beginning of the year.
I have no clue.
It is in the Eastern Conference. Take a stab at it, man.
No clue.
Madison Square Garden.
Oh, dang.
The only arena to not have a corporate sponsor. And if I'm not mistaken, I think the Rangers went on a 1.5 month road trip at the beginning of the year.
Jeepers.
If I'm not mistaken.
Then they lost to the Kings in the Stanley Cup final.
Yeah.
Yeah, that ought to suck.
Well, at least they lost to it at Staples Center.
Yeah.
So, but all right. Now
yeah, because if they lost to Madison Square Garden, they would have trashed it. The fans would have been rioting.
No, we just spent $1 billion on. What
now
you
we gotta
doing,
remodel
SOB?
it again.
Oh,
Come
Jesus.
on, no.
You dumb SOBs.
You ding nuts. You mothered.
All right.
Man.
All right. You get to go first with the good old fashioned trivia, man. All right, you get to go first with trivia because I just pretty much sent you on trivia.
All
so,
right. Something.
I have no idea.
Something to do with hockey
of course.
in the NHL.
So we're gonna go. Who had the number 22 in 2018 NASCAR season?
Oh, not this guy.
Jeez.
This SOB.
This back marker, great. All right.
All right. Forget about him.
Yeah, forget about it. Who? Exactly.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I can't remember what we're talking about.
Yeah. Who are you?
In NHL, this retired veteran, very famous player, who roared to stardom, and when he was doing so, was known as the Golden Jet.
The Golden Jet? Okay, I'm going to assume he played for the Winnipeg Jets. Oh, Golden Jet. Oh, sounds like Maurice Richard. No, that was Rocket. Nah, it's still Maurice Richard.
That is incorrect.
Alright, I got my own dingers. No, he was known as the Rocket. Did he play for the Winnipeg Jets?
No.
Okay. What year was this?
The 1970s.
Okay.
60s, 70s.
70s, okay. What team?
Chicago Blackhawks.
Oh, no kidding. When did Bobby Hall play? I'm going to go with Bobby Hall.
That is correct.
Hey, that's pretty good. All right.
With 2 minutes and 5 seconds left.
Oh, lots of time. All right, I'm going to go make a sandwich real quick.
Squeeze me, pardon me.
All right. Okay, so I'm going to give you a little bit of background on this one. In 1984, R.J. Reynolds Tobacco Company announced at the Waldorf Astoria, New York during the annual year-end awards banquet that 2 events would define NASCAR for years to come. The first was the invitation-only All-Star Expedition race, then was going to be called the Winston, but now is called the Monster Energy NASCAR All-Star Race. The other announcement was that they were formally elevating the sport's 4 major, sometimes called as the Crown Jewels, into a formal Grand Slam with a cash bonus prize known as the Winston Million, meaning if you won all 4 of these in the same year, you would get an extra $1 million. And only 2 drivers have ever done it. And if you can tell me what 2 drivers who ever done it, you would get 5 free dingers, but I'm not looking for that. I'm looking to what 4 races are they referring to? Go. Known as the sport's 4 major, sometimes referred as the Crown Jewels, into a formal Grand Slam with a cash prize bonus known as the Winston Million. The long-established and recognized major events were as follows, blank, 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 and blank. Prior to 1985, no driver had ever won all 4 races in the same season. Only once had a driver claimed a small slam, winning 3 out of the 4. And that was David Pearson in 76. Leroy Yarborough won date. I just gave you one. Won 3 of them in 1969.
Hey.
I gave you one, but you still got to say it. Although it was considered a triple crown at the time, as this other track was not established until 1970. So I need the 4 tracks they're referring to. You're omitted in. As I just said, I just gave you one of them.
I don't know. I wasn't listening.
Good. All right. There's 4 tracks.
Was
4 races, I should say, at 4 different tracks.
Was one of them Charlotte?
Yes. Can you be more specific, though?
Charlotte Motor Speedway?
Be more specific.
Oh, the Coca-Cola 600.
Hey, there's 1. Okay, that's 1 out of 4.
Daytona 500.
There's 2 out of 4.
Atlanta Motor Speedway. Crap.
Nope,
What?
that's not 1.
It's not one?
Nope.
Oh.
Think big moments of the year. 3 out of the 4 are crown jewels. One of them is for a different reason.
Talladega.
Oh, that was actually the one for a different reason. That's
Wow.
not a crown jewel one.
Wow.
So what's the third... Remember, this is pre-Brickyard. So don't think Brickyard.
Okay. Dega, Charlotte, Daytona.
What's the other major race of the year?
Bristol?
Nope, that's not considered a major race.
Martinsville?
Not a crown jewel.
Crap.
Crown jewel. This one attracts a lot of attention.
Michigan.
No.
I've never heard what a crown jewel is.
Crown jewel, it has high praise.
High praise.
Crown jewel. Think of a crown jewel race. In the IndyCar season would be...
I have no clue.
A crown jewel race in the IndyCar season would be... There's one of them. The Indianapolis 500.
Indy 500.
Think of major races that would be huge wins for a driver. Major accomplishments. A crown jewel. There's only one of... There was 3 back when this was created. And the Brickyard wasn't one of them. So in the modern NASCAR season, you have 4 crown jewels. You have the Daytona 500 for being the beginning of the year. You have the Coca-Cola 600 for being the longest. You have the Brickyard for Indianapolis. So your 4th one would be...
I'm going to go with Homestead, Miami.
That is incorrect, and you're out of time. The last one is the Southern 500 at Darlington Raceway.
Crap. That was Southern 500, Darlington. The Bojangles 500.
So this Bojangles Southern,
Southern
my
500.
favorite name. So the Daytona, the reason why they chose those 4 was the Daytona 500 was known as the richest race. You had the biggest payout. The Winston 500, which was Talladega, was known as the fastest. The Coca-Cola 600 was known as the longest. And the Southern 500 was known as the oldest superspeedway race. And I said there's only been 2 guys to do the Winston Million. 2 guys. Take a stab who you think those 2 guys are. I'll tell you. It started in 1985, and it went till 1997. And to win the Winston Million, you just had to win 3 out of 4. You didn't have to win all 4. You just had to win 3 out of 4. So it went from 85 to 97.
Initials.
No.
Dang it.
I'll tell you this. The first year they had it, it was done. And the last year they did it, it was done.
Wow.
So it was bookended by the 2. Two guys have done it. Think of popular drivers in the 90s. Late 90s. Young guys. In the late 90s.
Was it Jeff Gordon?
Jeff Gordon's one of them.
Nice.
Okay, and who won the first one? They won at Daytona, Dega, and Darlington. When Jesse Gordon did it, he did Daytona, Charlotte, and Darlington. Oh, the NHL and NBC.
Yeah, that's my notification sound.
Alright, now we're through the copyright thing. Alright. The only other guy to do it.
Is it Cale Yarborough?
That is incorrect. I don't think he was racing around in 1985. The first guy to do it was Mr. Bill
Elliott.
Awesome Bill from Dawsonville. He did it the first year they had it, and Jeff Gordon did it the last year they had it. Actually, no, Cale Yarborough was racing back then. All right.
Good guess.
Elliott became known as the $1 million Bill.
Nice.
Not funny. If you won 2 out of the 5, you got a $100,000 bonus. So, Darrell Waltrip almost did it in 1989. Dale Singer almost did it the year after. Harry Grant almost did it the year after that. And Davey Allison almost did it in 92. And then in 96, Dale Jarrett almost did it. 92 was like the best year NASCAR could have. So. Okay. I think I got everything. So let's just go on to good old NASCAR. Okay, just a few things to touch up on. For NASCAR, the Winston did a No Bull 5 in its preparations for the 50th anniversary of NASCAR. What they did is decided to revamp and reintroduce the $1 million award program. Seven factors contributed to the change. After 13 seasons, the Winston Million had only been won twice, and several times no driver won even 2 events. RJR Reynolds, along with NASCAR, the drivers and the fans wanted a new format for the award, which allowed it to be won more often and have more drivers involved. The 4 established crown jewels on the circuit were experientially worthy competition. In 1994, the inaugural Brickyard 400 at Indianapolis which was won by
What now?
in 1994 Brickyard 400. Who won it?
Was it the inaugural one?
Yes, the first one.
Jesse Gordon.
Jesse Gordon.
Hey.
Was held and for several years actually dethroned the Daytona 500 as the richest race of the season. The events at Richmond were also fast becoming fan and driver favorites. In addition, several new venues were introduced to the schedule, all which were offering large base purses. The new program for 1998, titled the No Bull 5 after a Winston marketing campaign, consisted of 3 legs of the original Grand Slam, Daytona, the Coca-Cola 600, and the Southern 500, along with the Brickyard 400. The race at Talladega we used for the program was, however, switched from the spring race to the October race. As a result, that event changed sponsorship names, became referred to as the Winston 500. The rules were as followed. The driver who finished in the top 5 of a No Bull 5 race qualified themselves for the bonus of the next No Bull 5 race. If one of those 5 drivers went on to win the next No Bull 5 race, he won $1 million bonus. 5 fans were chosen for each No Bull 5 race and were paired with each of the 5 qualified drivers. If the driver won the bonus, the lucky fan paired with him also won $1 million. Why don't they do this now? This is genius marketing. During the No Bull 5 races, the No Bull 5 eligible drivers raced with special paint jobs. The number on the roofs and the roof spoilers were painted day glow orange, meaning main cars were painted red, and day gold money was fixated in the passenger window along with the red dot in the windshield in races prior to 2001. Other special decals were sometimes present. This allowed fans to quickly identify and follow the progress of the 5 eligible drivers. In subsequent seasons, races chosen for the No Bull 5 program varied. The Brickyard 400 was dropped after only 1 year, replaced with the Las Vegas 400. Eventually, the Daytona 500 was replaced with the Firecracker 400, and the Southern 500 was replaced by the full event at Richmond. In its 5-year span, which totaled 25 races, 125 eligible driver spots, and 124 eligible fans, one fan qualified twice, winning neither. How the hell does a fan qualify twice? $1 million bonus was won 13 times. Jesse Gordon won it a record 4 times, including his 1997 Winston Million victory. Gordon won a total of $5 million from the bonus program. And No Bull 5, free dinger.
Hey.
So that is genius marketing, in my opinion. And the Daytona 500 in 1998, which was won by
98 Daytona 500 winner.
Yeah.
I believe Jesse Gordon.
I believe you're wrong.
Oh, Dale Earnhardt Sr.
There you go. Yeah. Why did they end it though?
Shit happens.
Why did that's? They should have this again. That's good marketing. Career Grand Slam champions would be Jesse Gordon. He won Daytona 3 times. He won Talladega 4 times. He won Charlotte 3 times, and he won Darlington 5 times. Being he got it in 97 at Daytona, Charlotte, and Darlington. 2000 and 0. No, I'm just kidding. 2000 something. How's that a Grand Slam if you have to win 3 out of the final? Whatever, this thing's broken. And now the Xfinity Series does a Dash for Cash program. I still think they should do the No Bull 5 thing, except you can't name it that because it's copyright. But that's genius marketing in my opinion. Why would they end that? It keeps the fans interested because now if you have now you have fans watching to see if they get chosen, and then you draw fans in for every week to see if the guy's gonna win $1 million. See, what they should do now is, because NASCAR drivers already get paid a bunch of money. They get paid plenty of money. That they like for the Monster Energy NASCAR Cup Series, for the $1 million, instead of give the drivers $1 million, it should be $1 million to the driver's choice of charity, instead of in their own pocket.
Exactly.
That's what they like for the No Bull 5. If you did it now, you'd still give the fan $1 million, but what you give the driver $1 million, you'd give it to his choice of charity.
Yeah.
And most likely it would be their own foundation, but
Yep.
so. Okay, we'll go on to the NASCAR news. NASCAR moving forward with a new sponsorship model. After this 2019 season, Monster Energy is no longer going to be on board with NASCAR. If I'm correct, I believe I'm correct. For $20 million annually. Good Lord. Yeah, I believe when the model... So, Noah Gragson wins the Snowball Derby. After taking the lead with 6 laps remaining, Gragson held off Ty Majeski and Jeff Choquette in the final laps. Here's big news. Kurt Busch confirms he will not be at Stewart-Haas next year.
I heard that this morning.
He is expected to move the cheap Ganassi Racing, replacing Jamie
McFlurry.
And the number 1, Daniel Suarez, hopes to be in position to win races next year. You will not.
And then Daniel Suarez, the Mexican, is going to be in the number 1 car.
Oh, Jesus. NASCAR confident in gaining another manufacturer. I saw this one. They are confident that it can add a 4th manufacturer in the Cup field sometime after 2020 and has not ruled out finding a 5th. It last had 4 manufacturers in 2012, which was whose final season before it pulled out of NASCAR?
2012.
2012.
Who retired in 2012?
No, what manufacturer left NASCAR in 2012?
Dodge.
There you go. Rumors of Dodge returning has been ever present since its exit, although earlier this year the source told Motorsport.com the firm is currently not looking to make a comeback. Other manufacturers include Nissan, which has a sizable presence in America automobile market and has been linked to the series.
No.
NASCAR president Steve Phelps said there was a ton of interest in the paddock, and what's your definition of ton? 2?
I'd rather have Pontiac come back than Nissan.
Well, Pontiac's not around.
Yeah, I know.
The great news, Toyota replaced Pontiac.
Oh, really?
The great news, yeah.
Wow.
The great news is that the 3 OEMs that we have, Ford, Chevy, and Toyota, are all interested in having another one, maybe even 2. How about we have 2 and get rid of 1, being Toyota? Sweet.
Toyota.
I like it. But the process along won't see obviously for anything for 2019, and probably not something for 2020, because it takes a long time to build your car to the specs of NASCAR to work somehow is still a stock car, even though there's nothing stock about it. Don't ask me how that works.
Exactly.
General Motors, I believe 2 weeks ago, or maybe last week, said they were going to cut 15% of its workforce in North America, but it has no plans to cut its racing programs. Changes to the General Motors product line, all production facilities, and its workforce will not impact the current racing programs Auto Giant has in place. With this week's... Squeeze me. With this week's news of upcoming plant closures and potential downsizing for more than 10,000 employees, questioning concerning Chevrolet's racing's major racing endeavors have been raised in the various paddocks where the brand competes. Because right now, I believe their 2 major ones would be NASCAR and IndyCar. They may be an IMSA. I don't know. Kurt Busch's ex-girlfriend guilty of fraud and invasion. If you remember that years ago, she claimed assault on him, but that was a bunch of BS.
I remember that.
Yeah, that bitch.
Yeah.
So, that's a technical term for her. That bitch.
Yeah, it's beach.
Yeah. Let me see here. I'll go back to that story. The most popular driver top 5 voting. So, obviously...
Number one would be... I'm going to go with... let's go with Chase Elliott.
Chase Elliott is number 1, getting 46% of all votes.
Because he's
out of the top 5, he got... Or out of all the guys, he got almost half. I think he's going to be most popular for a while.
Just a little bit.
Number 2, which baffles me...
Number 2. And it baffles you.
It baffles me how he's number 2.
Is it Kevin Happy Harvick?
No, it's the Shrub.
Oh, that was my second guess.
The Shrub is second. Don't ask me how. He must have made a bunch of fake accounts or something. Number 3 was another Chase driver this year.
Let me guess, Martin Truex Jr.?
Nice. Number 4.
Let's see who's 4.
Was a Chase driver, but not at Homestead. Think of your dad reacting to a certain race where somebody dumped somebody and then somebody else won the race.
Number 4?
Number 4.
Is it Eric Almirola?
No. Think of your dad when he was getting all set because somebody dumped somebody at a certain track and then somebody, not those 2, won the race.
Dennis Hamlin?
Nah, Dennis Hamlin didn't win a race this year.
Crap.
Okay, so you have driver A who spun out and pretty much wrecked driver B. Then driver C won the race.
Ryan Blaney.
Ryan Blaney.
No joke, is number 4?
Number 4. And
wow,
then
good for him.
Number 5.
Is it Jimmy Johansson?
No, Kevin Happy Harvick.
Harvick.
Free Blooming Monday. So, see, I've said for them, because when they used to do Ryan Rocketman Newman, when he was in the top 10, that's amazing.
Yeah.
So the Bloomin' Monday was like a true thing.
Exactly.
But now Harvick finishes in the top 10, 9 out of 10 races. So it's like, I said, what they should do is you should still do the Bloomin' Monday thing for a top 10 finish, but if he wins the race, you get free coconut shrimp.
Hey.
they'd probably still make money off of that too.
Yeah.
So, I think I said that Math Tiff is to join Front Row Motorsports. I think I said that. Excuse me. Yeah, I've said that already. Okay. Was there one other article before I wanted to get to that specific article? Nope. Okay. Okay. So it was announced last week, I think, that the Bush family, being the Little Bush family, the Shrub family,
I heard about this.
Was going to have another child, and then Samantha suffered a miscarriage. She announced that on Thursday, November 30th. I don't know how many months the baby was.
Jeez, I forgot.
It doesn't say in the article.
Yeah, how many months along she was. I don't know.
Maybe a different article will tell me.
Do I ever have a good Who Had That Number?
I have a pretty good one too, I think.
I also got a pretty good one. It's pretty good.
It's actually technically a repeat player, but just different team.
Oh, well, that's a good hint right there.
Yeah, but we've had, well, how many of these have we done?
A metric butt ton.
Yeah, so, I mean,
we're running out here.
Yeah. Justin Haley signs a multi-year Xfinity Series deal with Kulag Racing. Let me go to the Xfinity Series main page. Elliott Sadler wins Xfinity Series most popular driver.
Hey.
Chase Briscoe to run a full Xfinity Series season for Stuart Haas.
Nice.
Matt Tiff to join Front Row Motorsports. I said that already. And Morgan Shepherd plans to be back in 2019. Okay, we'll go over to the Truck Series. And, okay, this is not the Truck Series. Oh, Natalie Decker joins DJR Corsley Racing? I have no idea. Noah Gragson voted most popular driver. And I think that's about...
Oh, I heard Harrison Burton. He is going somewhere. Harrison Burton. He is either Jeff or Jeb's son.
I think Jeff's.
I think you're right.
Harrison Ford.
Not Harry's son.
Not Han Solo.
Not talking about Star Wars here.
Yeah.
Not sponsored.
That wouldn't be sponsored. That would be...
No affiliation.
Yeah. Harrison Burton is the son of, yes, Jeff Burton. Technically his cousin is Jeb Burton.
Jeff's cousin is Jeb.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then Ward would be his uncle.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Jeb, isn't Jeb running in something? You got a Wikipedia page. Jeb Burton the 4th.
Jeez, I've got that going.
Okay. He's a professional stock car. I was gonna say, I know it's
somewhere over the rainbow.
He's the son of Ward Burton and nephew of Jeff Burton. Obviously, Ward Burton's actual name is Jeb. Yeah, John Edward Ward Burton the 3rd. So, okay. What was I looking up? Oh, yeah. Okay. You want to start off with who had that number?
Don't mind if I do.
Okay.
Do we have a music thing for who had that number?
No, I'm still too damn lazy.
Okay. Is it playing right now or not?
No.
All right.
Just go.
Today's key number is 31. Not 33, 31.
Okay.
31 goaltender who wore the number 31 in the 2006-2007 season for the Desert Dogs.
31, 2006-2007 Desert Dogs. 31. Okay, I need some hits.
Let's see here. Born April 29, 1967. He's 51 years old.
I'm assuming he's retired.
He is.
Good guy. You get a gold star.
The ageless wonder.
Yeah.
It's Chris Chelios out here.
Hey, Chris Chelios.
No! Gave it away. Dang it. Alright, redo.
Alright, let me pick a different guy.
Alright. Pick him again.
Alright.
All right.
Number... Who had...
I don't know. Born in Ontario, Canada, 5'11", 190 pounds, goaltender, catches with his left hand. Undrafted.
Really?
Undrafted.
Undrafted goalie.
Famous. Played for Wisconsin, and then played for
Wisconsin
some...
what?
in some different league.
Okay,
for
whatever.
college.
Whatever. Oh, Wisconsin Badgers probably.
Yeah. And then played for in the IHL.
International Hockey League, yep.
In the 1980-1990 season, it was his first NHL season with the St. Louis Blues and played with them until 95. And then in the 95-96 season, played with the Edmonton Oilers.
Grant Fuhr.
That is incorrect.
Oh, that's a good guess, though. I don't know when Grant Fuhr played.
From 1998 to 2002, played with the Toronto Maple Leafs. From 2002 to 2004, played with the Detroit Red Wings. Played from 2005 to 2007, played for the Phoenix Coyotes from 2007 to 2008. Played with Calgary, and then from 2008 to 2009, retired with the Toronto Maple Leafs.
2011, 2012?
2008, 2009.
Oh, sorry. I thought I was reading something. That's why.
Oops.
So 2008, 2009, Toronto Maple Leafs
Retired.
was...
31.
How much time I got left?
40 cents.
Man, I'm a poor old boy, aren't I?
Mm-hmm.
Poor old white boy is what I am. I need something else. Give me his initials. There's only like 30 seconds left.
25 seconds. His initials is CJ.
CJ?
Yep, that's his initials.
Is he Canadian or something?
He is Canadian.
Hey. Curtis Joseph.
With 3 seconds left, he got it.
Hey.
3 seconds
Did you say he played
left.
for Detroit?
From 2002 to 2004.
Okay, I must have missed that one. I thought you skipped over him playing in Detroit. I was like, I swear he played for Detroit.
Yeah, he did.
Curtis Joseph.
That was pretty good. I
Yeah.
whipped it up.
Well, I was thinking CJ, and I was thinking goalies that aren't around today. CJ, Jimmy Hart. No, that's not right.
Peter Mrazek.
Did Timo Solani? Oh wait, wrong
Timo
position.
Salami.
What? Wrong position. All right, CJ. Crap jacket. No, that's not right. All right. Who had the number 9 for the Avalanche in 2003-2004 NHL season? Year before the lockout.
Oh boy, number 9.
Number 9. Only season he played for Colorado.
Oh jeez.
But he's a famous dude. You'd know him.
Yeah.
You might know him.
Who does he play for now?
He plays for his Couch University. He is retired.
Oh jeez.
He retired in 2010. He is currently 44 years old. 5'10", 180 pounds. North Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada was his birthplace. Played for 4 different NHL teams. I'll give you your NHL draft later because that's too easy.
Okay.
He played for his main team for about 5 years. No, for almost 10 years. I think, 10 years. And then he played for the Avalanche for 2003-2004. And then he had the lockout 2004-2005. So he played with Smashville from 2005-2007. And then he played for the St. Louis Blues from 2007 until he retired, I believe. Yes, till he retired because of concussions. From 2007 to 2010, he played for the St. Louis Blues.
Paul Kariya.
That is correct.
Yes.
Buck 52.
I know my sheep.
How'd you come up with that one?
I pulled it out of my... Never mind.
How'd you come up with that one? I totally skipped over the Anaheim Ducks.
Exactly.
How'd you come up with that one?
Me?
Yeah.
Well, me... Okay.
I mean,
now tell me this.
Because I intentionally skipped over Anaheim.
What years... Oh, sheep, that's right. Wait a minute. Paul Kariya played for the Mighty Ducks of Anaheim around 2003. Played for the Smashville Predators around 2007. Played for the St. Louis Blue Notes around 2011.
Well, he didn't play for the Blue Notes in 2011.
2010.
2010 is when he stopped.
Why I know that is because my favorite NHL seasons are the 2002-2003 season, 2006-2007 season, and the 2010-2011 season. Because I've played a lot of games of NHL 03, NHL 03, NHL 07, and NHL 2K11. I've played like over 100 games of stuff like that, so I have a lot of the guys memorized, and since Paul Kariya was around during those 3 seasons, I knew the teams he was on then. And then once you said Predators and Blue Notes with the number 9 and skipped over the Ducks, I figured, oh, that sounds like Paul Kariya. So, I don't know why, that's just me.
Alright.
And with that...
Well, I know who I'm going to do later then, see if I can throw you a screwball.
Oh, crap.
I'll probably forget. So, okay, we did a pretty good job dragging this one out. So, thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed this... I got my paper now. If you enjoyed this, please subscribe down below to our channel if you want to get up to date on the new releases. If you want to hit that little bell icon to be notified when we upload a new episode, please do. If you'd like to help us make the show better and easier for us to produce, in turn, be more productive, please support us on Patreon. Link to that in the description below. If you would like to contact the show, it is ihnshow@gmail.com, and it will be in the description on the outro screen, and along with our link to the Patreon page. If you'd like to start a conversation in the comments, please do so. We just request that there is no mean or vulgar language. Just use common sense before you type, i.e. no sexism, feminism, all that BS. We're all here for just good fun. Okay, so the white flag is in the air. You got anything to add there, Sicky?
Not a dang thing.
Well,
When you were coughing earlier, I was thinking, it's spreading through the air.
No kidding.
Get the gas mask.
No kidding. I am your father.
I can't breathe in this thing.
It smells like skank. So, alright, well, there's the checkered flag.